I see we're all here pretty much. And those that will join later. I want to start with whoever is ready. Please ask your question. Just start talking. Hello. Good to see you. So just unmute yourself and start talking, whoever wants to start.
Hey, can I talk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, if you remember, I wrote earlier this week that I went again back to the meditations.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first meditation, where it was a question what others think about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went deeper into this and I noticed a lot of jealousy, talking, like, and I cannot explain it, but it's kind of where some people were very friendly. They felt like this. It's not about somebody was talking to me, no. But some people were kind of in the back and looking very, very angry.
At you.
Same.
Yes. And I kind of
I'm going out.
ignored it.
And you kind of, okay, from what I remember.
It's not that I ignored it. I just kind of, I didn't care. Let's say this way.
Okay.
This is how it felt to me. I don't care. I'm happy and I don't care.
But it comes and you see it.
And I see it, yes, when I went deeper, yes.
Yeah. So the meditations that we did, if you remember, were look at those reincarnations where you were very fulfilled as a woman in woman's eyes and very fulfilled as a woman in man's eyes. Remember?
I remember, but the first part in woman's eyes, yes, I was very fulfilled, but somehow it came in the first, like in this meditation when we did first time, that I had to go through some square where it were a lot of people. I don't know why. I have no idea why it happened.
Okay.
Me by myself, I have felt very happy and I felt very fulfilled and satisfied with no problem. But somehow I saw the crowd, and some people were saying like we're very friendly faces, and some people were very angry faces.
So you have a problem with contact in that reincarnation. Contact.
What I have problem?
Contact.
With contact. Okay.
So I'm sure there are glimpses of that here and now.
Yeah.
You feel good on your own,
Books for the kids. I
but
went to the library.
please mute yourself, girls. Please mute yourself. Thank you. So I'm sure you have glimpses in this time around as well, where you feel very good on your own, very in peace, so to speak, being alone at home. But the minute you start interacting, not with everyone, in that interaction, there is something happening, some
100%.
disconnect. So, even though you said you don't care, I want you to change that I don't care to I don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Energetically, it's a completely different place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care still feels hurt, but knows how to stand strong. I don't mind, there is no fight.
Okay.
There is no pain.
Okay.
There is, I'll explain the insight of that, yeah?
Yeah.
You say to yourself, this world has exactly that. Some people nice, some people difficult, some people I please, some people I annoy, some people like, some people don't like. This is not a mistake. That's how it was planned to be. That's how this world is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
when coming in contact with that element of this world, I felt offness. I felt this is a wrong layout. That's not supposed to happen. People are supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
nice and pleasant and comfortable to be around, and there has to be a flow of interaction. So you resisted exactly that element.
Mm-hmm.
And now I want you to rethink and say to yourself, there is nothing to resist. This is
Yeah.
how this world is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This
Mm-hmm.
is it.
Yeah.
This is it in the world forever will be exactly that. So I either accept it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
flow, there is no fight anymore.
Okay.
Things like this. Or I resist and suffer.
Mm-hmm.
When
Uh,
I suffer, I am forced to say, I don't care.
okay.
When I don't suffer, I say, I don't mind.
I don't mind. Okay. Okay.
What comes up from what I just said? What do you feel?
What came up right away, it was much earlier when I was teenager, becoming teenager, young age, even when I had kids, pretty my young years, I
Mm-hmm,
was okay to contact with anyone one on one, but I
mm-hmm,
always was afraid to be in the crowds.
mm-hmm,
I didn't like to go to those Russian restaurants. I didn't
mm-hmm,
like to where there were crowds. I didn't
mm-hmm,
like to be. Then I've learned because I was supposed to learn to be there because it was kind of part of of life. Okay,
mm-hmm.
but it's kind of I put it away. I just trained myself to do otherwise without explanation, any explanation. Let's say this way. But till today, I don't like crowds.
It's okay not to like crowds.
Yeah,
It's
I can
not
relate
okay.
to this. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay not to like crowds,
Okay.
but it's not okay to dislike crowds. You see the
Yes. Yeah.
difference?
No, I didn't dislike. I just didn't like by myself to be there. I didn't feel comfortable. It
Right.
was for me
But if
not
you're
comfortable.
forced, let's say
Yeah.
if you're forced, it's a parents' meeting, it's airport, it's a busy shopping mall. If you're forced, you flow with it. There is no resistance. You say to yourself, this is part of this world.
Yeah.
This is how
Yeah.
this is how it's supposed to be.
Yes. Yes.
And you flow.
Yes. And somehow, when I was a young child too, I remember school child. This is an. It's again related to this. This is how it came to me. It's related to this. I always was walking by like by hiding my face.
So
And
shy, element of shyness.
no, no, I didn't want people to look at me.
So you have some deep stuff with contact.
Yes,
It's contact with
yes,
people.
yes, yes. And even like everybody was kind of beating me on the back and saying, Go straight. Why are you putting your face down? Go straight." And I couldn't explain why I'm doing it. Okay. And I was afraid. I actually was of a lot of, when I was even younger, I remember I was afraid of people. I
Yeah.
was afraid. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So there's some deep anxiety
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
dealing with people,
Yeah.
especially masses, big amount of
Yes.
people,
Yes.
huge
Yes.
crowds of people. You're
Yes.
afraid.
Yes.
So you could go deeper in some of your meditations that you do, and you just confront it. You say, what is it that I truly am scared of in dealing with people? And just wait. Ask a question. Don't wait for an answer. Don't
Just
create a
leave it. Just
just
leave it.
leave it. The
Just leave
answer
it.
will rise up
Mm-hmm.
on its own.
Mm-hmm.
It will come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I just want to finish fast because people
Sure.
probably want to ask too. And the second meditation, we were talking. You remember you asked me, did you see the face of your husband? Because I saw husband standing, and this.
Hmm.
I don't know. When I went second time deeper, I saw the face of my son.
Mm.
What does it mean?
That
And
was
exactly
in.
the same words the word came to me in meditation the first time. The words came, I am blessed with you. My son all the time tells me, Mom, I'm blessed with you. even in this life, he tells me the same words. How
Mm-hmm.
come? Like at the first time when we did, I didn't see exactly. I saw men standing, but I didn't look. But when I went second time, it's hit me. It's face of my son.
Right. We have different souls come back and reincarnate with us different time around in a different roles,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And the same contact could mean different things. But the feeling of being reunited and being again together, it's a
Mm-hmm.
huge blessing for to have a familiar soul next to you.
Oh
So
yeah.
for
Okay.
sure, it
As
could
he's
be
right.
it could be that he needed that like support, because we as humans we think the support is only in my immediate friends and in immediate contacts, but really from before, many reincarnations that we keep on reincarnate together next to each other, and we go through different things, that contact is much deeper than the
Mm-hmm.
contact that we associate my son, my daughter,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
etc.,
Mm-hmm.
etc. So take it in, appreciate, think that it's not about you as a mother, him as a son. It may be much more than that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's maybe much deeper than that,
Mm-hmm.
and accept it. But in regards to your seeing your husband, from what I remember, again, I don't have scripts for meditation. It just comes naturally. So whatever I said back then, I said just to look who is your husband at that time, and you're saying that the son's face came up.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there may be something there that you want to work on your own. That do you associate, do you project your man on your son? It could be.
No.
Sometimes we do that subconsciously. So you just say to yourself, I want to take any projections that I put on my son back to me. He's
Mm-hmm.
just a son, nothing else. Not
Mm-hmm.
a man, not a good man, not a friend, not a boyfriend, not a husband, none of that. He's just a son. Whatever subconsciously I project on him, I want to recollect that and see
Mm-hmm.
what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Because consciously,
For sure, consciously
me
nobody
and
does.
he, we always had some genuine understanding. Yes, we came out onto, many times, proving each other something, for sure. Like it wasn't, but it's always came to him and to me as a feeling, even not saying that we are a team. We are a
Mhm.
team. This is how it was. And still today, thanks God, like this.
That's so good.
Yeah,
That's so good.
yeah. Like sometimes you don't have to talk and it's all okay, like we understand each other. No.
That's beautiful. It's amazing to have someone like that next to you, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And we all have, truly and
yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
at any time, at any period, it looks like, oh, we lost this one person or that person, or there's no contact anymore. But really, there is always someone next to
yes,
us in
yes,
this time around that
yes,
is fully understands us, fully.
yes, yes. Like I feel comfortable with him. He feels comfortable with me to tell me anything. The only
You,
thing I'm all the time teaching him not to bring me some negative stuff. I told, don't bring me some negative stuff. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to hear about it. But still, I'm kind of pushing still things that I don't want to hear.
right.
But yeah.
All right. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
next. Thank
Let's
you.
move
Thank you
on.
very much.
My
Thank you.
pleasure.
Yeah. Let me mute
Okay,
myself.
no problem. Who is next? Okay, ladies, I'm here for you.
Oh, I was trying to unmute myself.
Yeah, yeah,
Shalom.
I could hear you. Shalom.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Okay. So yes. Let me just zoom this in. Sorry. I was really not wanting to share last time because I felt embarrassed about how I felt because I was angry, and I thought at the time it was just too like much for everyone to take my energies. So I not meditated. I journaled about it, and now I understand more where it's coming from because you discussed it with us. So I I was seeing just as I was walking and there was smoke around me, but I could see, but all the men around me, the people I know, because I've been single my whole life, really, like I've been through lots of different changes and challenges and growth and learning from different situations that come and go, sometimes within a day. Just different, just a sadness and an anger for the men that aren't, to me, providers. Although my father was a provider in some ways, I was looking down on the men that weren't providers in the way my father was. So it was, when was he never really a provider financially? He was. But then he lost it all, because he was arrested. So I relate to the previous story. And so I didn't understand where it was coming from. Maybe I just have a lot of anger that's just all encompassing and I can't see past it in every situation. But I'm softening up through our classes together. And my anger is coming from the men who seem incompetent to me to, be a husband. And I know I have my challenges and things that I need to work on to be a wife. So I didn't want to project and seem like it's all their fault. So, you know.
So where is that man now? Are you in a relationship? You're not in a relationship?
No, he was perfect for me. I just was forced to have to work on myself, and now the relationship is over. So how I thought that I was, there's always going to be something to, help me refine myself even more, and yeah, more and more and more. But how many more men do I have to go through to be perfect? Like,
Oh,
you know,
we never could be perfect and will never be perfect. It's not about what you do, it's how you do it, with what intention and what energy. So what is actually the question, bottom line? Is it the anger that you are like want to address that you had before, that was coming up for you, or are you done with it through journaling, or is it how many men do you need to go through in order to come to the real interaction and real settled grounded relationship? Like, what is exactly the question, if you could?
uh, right this very moment, I think it's just more of a comment that I validate myself, that um, at least I'm able to think how I feel and understand how I feel and write it down. Like,
Beautiful, yes.
that's a good stage for me to be at. So I guess my question is, where do I go from here, knowing what I just spoke about? What's my jump off from here? Where can I go from that?
I think releasing the waiting part, releasing the waiting. There's a lot of waiting in the energy, in your personal energy. A lot of like, is it soon? Is it this? Is that one? Is it us? Is that me in the future? A lot of
Mhm.
that I am seeing. I'm not necessarily, I didn't hear it from you, but from what you said around it, a lot of like like holding your breath, so to speak, like that. And that creates a little bit of discomfort in your inner system, even in your body, creates like short of breath naturally. Yeah, generally you're like not breathing fully, and a little anxiety occasionally coming in and out because of that, like waiting, right? So I want you to just consciously look at that waiting element and just say, it's not serving me anymore. Whether I'm waiting or not waiting, what needs to unfold will come. That waiting part creates too much noise in my mind,
Mm.
too much movement inside, too much wind blowing. I don't need to do anything for a right guy to come. I just need to be at this moment honest to myself, process what's coming up for me right now, and just take one step at a time with what is showing for me. Is it work that I'm doing? Is it taking care of my house? Is it paying my bills? What is it that I'm doing? I'm doing full on whatever I'm doing. I'm honoring this specific next step. And it's as important as meeting a guy or spending time with him or building a family with him. Paying your bill or doing your laundry is not less important in on universal scale. We create those priorities. Oh, if I'm not a wife, if I'm not a mother by this age, and if I'm not settled, and if I don't have a guy, and maybe I'm punished, and maybe it's bad karma, and like it builds on. But if you give your all to whatever is in front of you, and you know this is what you're supposed to do next, then the next segment will come. You will be a mother exactly at the time when you're supposed to. You'll be a wife exactly at the time when you're supposed to. Not a minute early, not a minute later. I remember how I was fighting. I always in a free sessions like this, I bring my kind of examples, and because I feel you need to know a little bit about me as well. I used to fight not wanting to get married the second time, and it was like pushed on me. It was like to the point that the rabbi of some Jerusalem huge community had to like break in and like write this letter that this is a wife and this is your husband and like blah blah blah. But truly we don't, like I said earlier, we should not mind whatever we have resistance to. We should always open up ourselves and say, I don't mind staying single, I don't mind being married, I don't mind. Let that flow through you. I don't mind not being a mother for whatever, at least for now. I don't mind not having a boyfriend, at least for now. I don't mind that I'm a little bit confused right now. I don't know what's next. And I'm fine doing another cup of tea for myself. And that's fine for now. That's fine. I'm good enough. What does that give you so far?
I feel like that's how I lived my whole entire life up until a certain point, and now I'm rushing. Before I was very like in a diva kind of way of living and queen energy, and now incorporating more as a Baal Tshuva, more Jewish traditions, more Jewish observances, more learning and stuff. So it just feels like, whoa, like,
So behind.
yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit.
So
But
it's somebody's expectations that you adapted into, and you're like trying to fit in and trying to serve those expectations and rush yourself and force yourself and fix yourself. And all that creates unnecessary noise. It's somebody's. You could give it back. And it's not in a bad way. You just say, some things from somebody fits me. but some things from somebody does not fit me.
Right.
And you could honor yourself. You could try it on and like, oh, I tried this dress. Now I know it suits me. But
Mm.
not every dress you try, because you tried it, you have to stay with it for a lifetime. So you take it off and you put it back on the shelf, doesn't suit you. Certain things does not suit us. Doesn't mean you're giving up marriage, doesn't mean that you're giving up relationship. It just that tendency of like fitting in and the quickest possible way, that does not suit you.
I'm constantly changing, constantly growing, constantly learning. So nothing's ever gonna fit perfect. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And honor the path you're on now. Honor, say thank you for it. A lot of things you did integrate and you did take in with a lot of love and respect and honor, but you're allowed to choose and pick in a way, because not the path, but you entering the path. It's you first. You always first. Does that make sense? We kind of lose ourselves in the path, or lose ourselves in relationship, or lose ourselves in concepts. But it's always you first.
Men don't like that.
Again, you see, you're trying to see with their eyes.
Yes.
What is it that you like? And stay comfortable with that. It's okay for men not to like something. It's fine. As long as you don't get reactive. Just like close your eyes now and say, there's certain things I'm comfortable about doing that men might not like, and I'm fine with that. I don't need to convert them. I don't need to convince them. They don't need to become bad because they're not liking something in my eyes. They don't need to be disqualified. They don't need to become more spiritual to like it. None of it is needed. It's okay for them not to like something, and I'm fine with that. I don't need to say a word to them or wanting them to apologize. No, it's fine. You hear?
Yes.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you? Like to hold that wider space for men not to agree with you, and you being okay with that, not aggressive, not resentful. You being okay, you still love him potentially. He still loves and respects you. It's okay to lovingly disagree. We agree to disagree, right? There's a statement. So this is what you need to kind of broaden yourself into. It's okay to have different opinion. It's fine. Nobody needs to convince each other. Does that make sense to you practically or no?
It makes sense, but I like to tell a man a piece of my mind and then go. Like,
Because you are not able to hold the space of
yeah.
disagreement. In your mind, relationship has to be mutually agreeable. And I want you to expand yourself and say we could still honor each other, yeah, by disagreeing. And that's okay. We will always disagree. Usually men hate shopping, women loves shopping. So how do you deal practically? You honor him for hating shopping.
Mm.
And you consider, you remember, you keep it in mind. Not that you repress your love for shopping, but you don't try to convert him and convince him and explain to him, for you woman, you should become more loving towards that. No, he doesn't. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
When we try to convince someone, that means we are too narrow to hold the space for opposites.
Okay. Yeah. I have to work on that.
Yeah.
Sure.
But thank you so much for sharing. It was beautiful. The fact
Thank
that
you.
you were angry and you kind of stay put and you didn't open up, and now you're yes, and now you're able to, that anger moved on a different kind of level, right, of transformation. And
Yeah,
then,
it's cooking me.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
journaled. That
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right. Who else is here? I guess Bracha is not here anymore. My daughter is here. Anyone has questions? Or a reaction to what we just discussed, if anyone has. I maybe I'll bring something up that I was discussing with somebody else, and it could be useful. Unless you have specific questions, I don't mind if you both ask twice. I rather answer you than bring something from somewhere. I can't hear you.
It's a lot of questions come every time. I tell you the truth. I sit most of my morning with the notebook and pen, and I'm writing. I'm going through the book, like of Ramchal, like Shara Bitachon, because for me it was very important to admit that I'm different. I feel much more self-secure right now than ever before, but still
Beautiful.
certain some. And, I'm writing, I'm just, like it helps me when I'm writing. It's kind of settles up in my memory much faster. And what else I do right away, I start to practice it.
Mhm.
For example, like and for example, even in my thoughts, when I have like conversation with somebody in my thoughts, let's say this way, somebody who doesn't agree with me, like we're completely disagreeing, completely not understanding each other, okay? And every time in my mind when I want to prove something to this person, I tell myself, patience, just be patient, let it be, it's not your place. Like I'm practicing it. Every time I'm something like accurate, I right away start to practice, and it helps.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
just
There's a
suggest.
little bit element of like repressing, right? So first, let yourself on the journaling method, let write it out, express it, because what happens, your patterns, old patterns coming up, and you push it back again. You need to let it out, not to a person, not forcing them, but in journaling.
Mm-hmm,
Let it out.
mm-hmm,
And then conclude in your writing, conclude, I feel very strongly that this person should take my side. Let's say, I'm making it up, right?
mm-hmm,
I feel very strongly
mm-hmm,
because it's going to harm them, it's going to hurt them, it's not good for them. They should take my side, and write what reasons why you feel that way. Write it all out, get it out of your system.
mm-hmm,
But then write to yourself with new understandings of life. I right now want to feel myself in a different place. I want to give everyone more space. I want to allow everyone to make their mistakes if they need to.
mm-hmm,
I want them to learn from their mistakes,
mm-hmm,
and I want them to look for their answers if they need to on their own. It's a certain evolving process for everyone. And that's where I want to hold, honestly. I want to hold there naturally, not by repressing, not by pushing myself aside, not by convincing, because you do the same thing to yourself. You kind
Mm-hmm.
of push yourself a little bit down, that energy
Mm-hmm.
towards yourself, right? Instead
Mm-hmm.
of pushing yourself down, you allow yourself, as if like this conversation has honor, that process in you. That's how I feel. I strongly feel this way. I really feel they're going to harm themselves. They're going to make a lot of mistakes and then they have to fix it. And that's why my heart is burning. I really want them to do blah, 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 or not
Mm-hmm.
do blah, blah, blah. And
Mm-hmm.
you write it all down. And then you say, I honestly want to be in a place where everyone is in charge of themselves and they find their directions. And I love it. I don't need to assist anyone. I just need to be that space of love and appreciation and peace. And if they call me and if they have some worries, or just by saying hi to me, all their worries disappear. That's it. Because I am holding that space. I don't need to convince anyone or bring anyone into my world, see it how I see it. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to try myself in different energies.
Mm-hmm.
And you write it down. And you could even write in the journal, you could even write, whoever is leading me in this reincarnation, we all have higher consciousness that directing us. You know, angels, our higher soul. We all have those energies that always directing. So you say, whoever is leading me, I want you to help me upgrade on that level. Please help me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Mm-hmm.
see myself there, not here, there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes, yes. I'm gonna hear it again when the video will come out. I'm gonna hear it again. I will take notes more. I understood it. Not only makes sense, I understood it more. Um, yes, I'm training myself to step out because most of my saying to people what to do, it was from my fear for them, not for myself, for them. Okay. And of course, now and I'm not God. I cannot say God saves everybody. He will save them too. They have to be in this situation. They have to be in this level for a certain while till God decides to wake them up. I'm not the
God,
one who can wake them
God,
up.
God allows people to make mistakes.
Yes,
He
yes, yes.
doesn't step in. If a person is in the middle of the store about to steal something, you don't see God coming down and telling him, oh, try not to steal. Try to be honest. God doesn't show up. There is no God
No,
showing.
he doesn't show up, but it's something in your conscious. You know what happened to me a couple of years ago? I went, it was in Toronto. I went to the store, Doncaster. I bought the stuff I needed. And I grabbed lipstick, okay? And I was holding it in my hand. And I didn't want to steal it for sure. But I was holding it in my hand, okay? Somehow I put everything stuff like I paid. I went from the store, it was in my hand, in the other. And I said to me, oh my gosh, I didn't pay for it. You understand? Like something will tell you when you do wrong, when you want to be told. Let's say this
Yeah, oh
way.
yeah, that could happen last minute, last split second. But I'm
Yes,
saying
yes.
generally you don't see God showing up at the murder place or at
Oh,
the
no, no, of course
God
not.
doesn't show up. He lets the process take a person to live through it, to feel bad or not to feel bad, to discover what am I all in this whole unfolding. Where do I go next? How do I live my life? What's next for me? God has enough patience for all of us to go from level to level. In fact, that's Himself limits himself to that point of not seeing, not hearing, not understanding.
This is what I'm learning now to do.
And he discovers himself in a different light. But really, this is all one consciousness, all one. Just one is not limited, and one
Yeah,
decides to be limited.
yeah.
And that limited one just evolves and learns and matures and develops It could
Yeah.
take few life reincarnations to mature
It's
through.
true. It's true. As now I'm learning to be patient like him. Be patient. It's not, you cannot do it. This is where they have to be right now. You know.
Right,
And this is
right.
it. Yeah.
And we will
Patient.
never understand the processes of other souls.
No, we can't. No.
We don't know why they came in this specific reincarnation with specific mindset, with specific looks at the world. We don't know. And the best is to only be in charge of myself. What's going on right now? So basically, whenever the situation comes up and you strongly feel like you need to help, say, what does that bring up in me? Leave that person alone for a minute. That interaction, what does it bring up in me? It brings up in me wanting to solve somebody's problem, wanting to be responsible for somebody. So whenever I step in and I become responsible for somebody, I automatically, that moment or that hour or that 10 weeks, whatever, I cannot be responsible for myself. Somebody has to be responsible for me. So you say, I will never be responsible for anyone
Mm-hmm.
unless it's a newborn baby or a 3-year-old
Oh yeah.
child, right? But generally, when we're talking about mature setup, am I taking somebody's responsibility? And I just have to really accept the minute I take somebody's responsibility, I have to look for someone to be responsible for me. Because you cannot be responsible for yourself and others. There is no such thing. You could stay responsible for yourself and you could say to a person, I'm not responsible for you, but since you came to me for help, I could help you a little bit, 5%, 10%, but there is no responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You clearly say that you're not responsible for anyone
Yeah.
because then you lose your own responsibility. Does that make sense?
No, it makes a big sense. I'm just, was in the situation um, where my daughter was telling me yesterday. She was trying to tell me why she's upset with me. Okay,
Okay.
why she's upset with me because I left her. I'm not there for her anymore. And I told, listen, I had my own reasons to leave, and it's about time that you will understand that I cannot, sometimes help myself how I can help you.
Let's dissect that, and I think it will be beneficial for those that will listen, right?
Yeah.
So in such conversation, if somebody says to you, an mature person and old enough, it's not a 3-year-old or 5-year-old
No,
or
no,
20 even
no.
year old, right? So somebody says to you, you left me alone, and your reaction is defensive. You say to her, listen, it's about time for you to be responsible for yourself. So you telling her what to do. And I want you to always stay in what you are right now feeling. You're not telling her what to do. She's telling you what to do, and then you are telling her what to do. So basically, one of you have to step out from that pattern. You could say, I hear you. That's a good listener. I hear you. You're upset. You expected me to always be nearby in helping you. I hear you. No defending your position. No
Mm-hmm.
telling her what to do.
Mm-hmm.
No apologizing.
Mm-hmm.
You hear her. You don't feel bad. You don't feel sorry. You don't feel upset. You don't feel angry. I hear. And it probably will repeat and intensify. She will explain more and a little bit more how in need of you she is. And each time you say, I hear you. And that could be the end of the conversation. that
Yeah.
means that person is not defending or telling anyone what to do. You're not telling or be responsible for your life. You are just saying that you're hearing her. Yes, I hear you. I understand you. Next possibility, you could say, yeah, I hear it could be upsetting. That is a healthy response. Holding the space of that specific emotion.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be very annoying to her because she expects you to come back.
Yeah. Yes, this is whatever you're telling me now. I tried. Yes, it was very annoying to her. And at the end, like I tried, I told, listen, I hear you. I understand you. But I did whatever I thought it's good for me at that moment because
Don't
no.
say, but
Oh, okay.
I hear you. My
Yeah.
love, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear that that could be really upsetting.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
hold that space. Sometimes quietness between sentences could fill in more than any explanation. Just being still, being quiet.
I tried, and I was quiet mostly of the time yesterday. It was on me, and I
Yeah,
took it. I took it. I took it. I was proud of myself even at the end because I didn't fight. I didn't argue. I just thought, listen, I did whatever I could have done. Probably I don't. I
yeah.
cannot
And
do
when you
more.
have enough,
Yeah.
yeah, of that kind of letting out the steam that you could say, I have to go now. You don't
Yeah.
have to stay for hours and listen. That release, more maturely, a person needs to do on their own. They need to jog, exercise, eat better, do meditation. We all need to release. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people feel they need to release on others, right? We need to release. If we don't
Mm-hmm.
walk, we could kill each other. If we don't do yoga or breathing or meditation,
Yeah.
we really need to learn to release in a more mature way. But if people don't, you could walk away. You could say, "We have 10 minutes. I could
What?
hold
Okay.
the, I
This is
could
what
hold
I
the
did.
space,
Yeah.
but now I
There's
have
poo
to
poo
go."
on the chair?
Hi, could you mute yourself, guys?
Oh, dude.
So that's the story.
Yeah. Okay. I hope it was helpful for somebody else too. 'Cause I hope. Okay. Let's see if somebody else gonna ask anything.
All right. Anybody else has a question? When you get quiet, the men start thinking. You could be quiet, but have an inner dialogue. And men thinking it's not a bad thing. If you could just explain, or it's just like it's a little bit unclear to me.
Oh, okay. No, I notice a lot of times when I go quiet on a man, um, that's when he'll snap into my needs or my vibe or something. Like he will become more in sync with me when I'm in that space of quietness and into myself, as you mentioned, that I should do more of. And but be aware that he still exists, not like X him out, like, you know, but keep open, but inward, like it's a practice that I will be working on.
Yeah,
And
generally men like quiet women. A man usually like when a woman is not, talking too much or explaining or defending her position. Men usually, but quiet not only in words, quiet energetically. She could be as a statement quiet, right? She could be quiet because she wants to prove her position. She's upset. It's a violent quiet. But
Yeah.
right, but if we're talking about she is content, she is in peace, she is gathered, she's okay. There's nothing to discuss. Everything is fine. And that's when man comes just like relax, like finally we're getting there.
The whole idea of not lacking came up before in one of the classes, and I've been hearing it everywhere, every YouTube video. The feeling of making sure I don't feel lacking, and it's a practice. It's like a meditation. It's a way of life,
Yeah.
and it comes and goes. But to present it and put on a show for a man is very difficult if at that moment I have needs, you know. So it's a dance.
It's okay. It's okay. The whole life is a dance. We go, we come back, we go, we come back, we bounce back, we regress. There's a lot of a movement happening. As long as we know where we're aiming, like with our practices, where do we actually going with all that? But to have steps back, it's okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah. But generally, I always hear that in your either comments or questions. It's all about him or them. It's mostly like the stage is set up and we're discussing them. And I want you to set up the stage of relationship and discuss yourself. In a
More.
relationship, I feel this. I
Yeah.
would like to have that. I'm working on this. I don't like that, as I discovered.
Mm.
Is it okay that I don't like that? You always talk about yourself because if you are gathered, then you paint a picture for them of who they're dealing with. If you are in their zone and absent on your zone, they don't see you.
They have to be into me, not me into them.
You are in their zone,
Yeah.
fighting for their zone,
Right.
very subconsciously. And they're like, get out of my place. And
Yeah.
they don't even see you in your own place. Your world is kind of undefined for them.
It's
You need to,
hidden. Hidden. Yeah.
yeah, you need to open your world for them. And even now, in between relationship, the more you are in tune with yourself, oh, this I like, this I don't. My preferences changes. My ideology changes. I like this look, I don't like that look. And you're cool
Yeah.
being in your own energies. You don't want guy to bounce and approve, disapprove, like, not like. Leave guys alone as long as you like it. And as long as you are able to fix what you don't like. And like stay focused here. Does that make sense? Too much attention on them.
It scares a lot of men, and I feel like a lot of men are just not able to get with the program. That's it. I get frustrated because they can't keep up with and then I have to like go away from them, and they don't know even understand what happened. I don't know. It's a process for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole idea, a lot of men, it's very general.
Yeah.
And it's your message to the men's world. A lot of men are such. I want you to change that message.
I'm also inching more into uh, higher observances and more religious men dating. But what I'm running into is the Hasidic men are sheltered, and even though their intentions are very much more pure, their associations with women is a little bit shaky. And I'm trying to find the balance because I love Hasidic teachings, and I love, learning every day, and I want my husband to be in that world, but I also want him to know how to do that with a woman other than his mother. So it's hard. It's really a challenge for me because I come from, like street smarts, and now I have the book smarts and all, the whole thing. But, it's meeting the right man and then letting him grow with me. I understand that, and not being judgmental.
And I want you to take away religious men like that. Every religious man are different. Absolutely every single one. Every
And
not religious man is different. There's no general thing. Men don't like that. Men like that. It's true, there's certain tendencies, like men don't like when women speak too much, let's say, generally, right? But still, there's very individuality to each man, just like to a woman. They could be quiet woman, loud woman, but each one is different. And your idea is, you see, this is also judgment, and you are subconsciously judging men's world. And I want you to stay blank. You are like absolutely fresh and new, white page, no definition of a man, no good, bad, no difficult, no easy, none, no pleasant or not pleasant, nothing, just absolutely blank. You're open, fresh, you just born. And like be that judgment free, in a good way or a bad way, judgment free.
I'm feeling that my fear is that I won't be protected, provided, or safe with a man that's oblivious and not aware of protecting a woman. And I think that just came up really quick.
Okay, so that fear is your fear and probably will attract man that is not able to provide.
Okay, I gotta work on that.
And you honor that fear and say, this is not because men generally have problem providing, it's because I carry that fear in me. And the minute I solve that root of that fear, I will probably attract men that have no problem providing for me and for an entire tribe. Probably. And I've seen men that take on huge families and buy houses and apartments for extended new wife, third cousins, just because, why not? It's because in her, she doesn't have a pattern. Oh, men do not provide.
Yeah.
Especially on a fear level. So that fear has to do with your dad, 1000%, even though he was a provider. But there is something glitched at one point where created a trauma. So you kind of lost that trust. And you need to go there and heal that.
Everything will be good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I attract people usually to work up my fear. So I could deal with that fear outside of dealing through man or woman. And then I don't have to attract those people.
They don't even have to exist in my world. They can just be a fear and not real.
No, the fear creates very real problems. Fears, anxieties attracts very real problems. But we like to pin it on them. You see, this guy, I could prove it to you. I could write 10 pages. He is not a provider. But who attracted him? Me. So I have certain patterns in me that says, hello, guys, out of this whole world, who cannot provide, come my way. So I could work that pattern on you. And guys come running. I am here. I'll stay with you till the end. You understand? So if you say, guys, hold on, I have to work out some fear in me about guys not being able to provide. I really need to heal that. And once I heal it, then you say, Door is open again. Anyone interested? And then you'll see one by one, a top providers will show up because it's not a topic for you anymore. It's not a discussion. Just like right now, you don't have a discussion about a guy being abusive to his wife. You don't have such an issue. But a lot of ladies just hammer on that. Or maybe he's abusive. Maybe he could become abusive. He could hide his abusive tendencies. He has it in him. I know it's deep in there. I saw it. I heard it. I looked for it because she has certain pattern about abuse
Mm.
and it will come. You understand? So we just have to really honor it. Whatever comes my way, it's because this is what I shine. Not because I'm bad, because I carry some traumas.
Mm. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Anyone else, or we are done? I think we're done, but I will open. Bracha just appeared here, or I didn't see you before. If you have any question, I'm here for you. Anyone? I guess not. Um, Liat? Liat, is this a real person? I would like to hear you if you have question.
I am a real person.
Okay. Any feedback, any question?
I joined very late, so I don't have any feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
But good to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. All right. Good. It was good discussion. Thank you everyone for all your questions and concerns and ideas. I hope it was beneficial. I love you all. And we'll meet next Thursday for Russian speaking. Will be a free question and answer. And then in a month for all the English speaking. Love you all.